Theresa May has been put on notice by hardline conservative Eurosceptics that they could be prepared to vote against her final Brexit deal if the UK continues to pay the £50 billion divorce bill for years to come or does not get good trade terms. A group of Tory MPs are unhappy about the scale of the proposed sum and believe leaving on World Trade Organization terms would be better, meaning the Prime Minister might have to rely on Labour support to get Parliament's approval for a final deal before March 2019. One Tory MP said some members of the Brexit-supporting European Research Group were demanding a meeting with Julian Smith, the new chief whip, to make clear their unhappiness about the idea of phased payments lasting many years. Other backbenchers are uneasy about the overall amount of money that the UK will pay, although their decision on the vote would depend on whether ministers manage to achieve a good trade agreement with the EU. Pro-Leave cabinet ministers including Boris Johnson and Michael Gove have given the Prime Minister their backing over the bill, but also continue to insist it is conditional on Britain securing a good final trade agreement. Speaking from Ivory Coast, Johnson signalled he approved of May's efforts to break the deadlock with the EU over money, saying, "Now's the time to get the ship off the rocks." Peter Bone, the Conservative MP for Wellingborough, told The Guardian he would be prepared to vote down a final Brexit deal that came at too high a price. "I think people in the country will be very, very upset. I don't think paying billions to the EU is what the people voted for. Giving billions to the EU is completely the reverse of what people voted for. If the deal is voted down, we come out on World Trade Organization rules. I don't think that is a problem at all. Then all that money, £60 billion lying around, we could use that to help the NHS and other things and even do tax cuts." The Prime Minister was publicly supported by the bulk of senior backbench figures from the former Leave campaigns. But former Tory leader Ian Duncan Smith made it clear their support was contingent on satisfactory trade terms in subsequent rounds of negotiation with the European Union. Duncan Smith told the BBC, "It is also absolutely hinged on a free trade arrangement. If there is no trade deal, then my view, and I would think the whole of the party's view, would be we don't owe them any money at all. Because if we don't have that arrangement, then that whole figure that is being bandied around becomes null and void." The Chief Secretary to the Treasury, Liz Truss, insisted in the House of Commons that nothing is agreed until everything is agreed. "Any settlement we make is contingent on us securing a suitable outcome as set out in the Prime Minister's Florence speech," she said. The situation raises the prospect that pro-EU opposition MPs and hardline Eurosceptics could at some point all find themselves voting against any deal struck by May with the EU. John Major's government suffered a series of parliamentary defeats in the 1990s as he struggled to persuade MPs to ratify the EU's Maastricht Treaty, when Eurosceptic Tory rebels allied with Labour to reject key aspects of the legislation. Number 10 has not confirmed how much May is offering the EU to settle the UK's accounts, but officials have not denied the reported figure of around £50 billion, with the terms likely to be formally tabled on Monday.